am so not awake. God, that took forever to set up stream. Like, it does not normally take me that long. But I'm here. I'm alive. For for a definition of the word. Wow, my throat just did not want to get that out. So, we are going to be messing around today, at least for a little bit. We might go back to regular chunk by chunk. But for the moment, we are in creative, or we will. Apparently, I was not in the Minecraft window. It's not in the Minecraft window, and it was trying to kill itself. Don't do that, Minecraft. Or not Minecraft, OBS. Do not do that, OBS. I need you to stay alive. I need you to stay alive. There we go. Creative. Cheats are on. We are going to call this Strem Create. Generate structures on. And now I'm going to just Google a seed real quick. So let's go with Minecraft seed. River Valley. That sounds good. Maybe not. It might not work. Because I just want the one little... It just needs one little spot of the chunk for it to start it. Words difficult. Because there's only going to be one little chunk, and I don't know which chunk it's going to start with. All of these are... We're going to avoid the one that's immediate. Alright, we're going to do this Hollow Mountain one that I just saw, because that will at least start our adventure the correct way. What just popped into my... Oh, okay. I was like, what? Why is that doing that? It's because... Excuse me. It's because it is. That's why it's doing that. Alright. So, we're going to pop in this seed. We're going to create a new world. I'm going to not open another energy drink because there are 2 open ones on my desk. Why haven't I... Okay. I shouldn't ask myself these questions. I should not ask myself these questions. They're never answered in a way that is good for me. But here we go. All right. God, I really am not quite awake yet. I didn't even have my glove on. Gotta wear the glove when I'm playing on my computer. There's a whole reason for that involves... Come on. Blood flow and clenching my fists too hard on the mouse. But glove on. Alright. We are in creative mode, so we're just going to grab the 2 things that we need for this, which is the... No, not a torch. I want a lantern. There we go. We are ready to explore. So we have a little tiny bit of a village. But it doesn't look like we have any way into the ground, which is unfortunate because there was supposed to be a mountain. Seed! The seed did not work. Okay. Well, we'll just place the unstable spawner down until we find a way to get underground. Oh, that was convenient. Look at that. That is a long drop. Oh, I'm glad I am playing this in creative mode because that is very much a death hole. Let's go down a little further to see if there's any other holes to check out. Oh, that, there's a little mine. So a mine is more fun to start with, so we're just going to, oops, hit the correct button. Is it going to be a wall again? It's a wall, okay. So I can't go that way because that's a wall. Make sure I can actually see. This goes right back into our original hole. And any further caves down here? No, but there is a drowned. Okay, we'll go back up to the mine. And see if it'll give me something else. Excuse me. Over here. Look at that. All right. Looks like it's another water pit. Still, ooh, some coral. Look at that. The other side didn't have this much fun. Oh. No deaths in the death hole. That's not gonna save you, dude. Alright, we're just going to collect his skeleton since he was kind of dumb. Nothing else over here. Okay. Well, that means if we're going chunk to chunk, that's our next one. Our next one. That is just a wall. There does not appear to be any escape through that wall. Fire coral block. Nice. Okay, so hey, Mr. Drowned. This one. What is going to happen here? More? Just another solid wall? Nope, there's a hole. There is a hole. We got 2 ways to go here. So we're going to put it right there and let the game decide. That way. More water. It's always more water. It loves to just give me water instead of holes to dig through. I want holes to explore. Give me holes to explore. That's a nice little through and through there. But we will open up the other wall then. Which is not a wall, okay? Rude. So rude. Why do you do this to me? Alright, next one. Doesn't look like any caves down below. So we're going to do some caves up ahead. Up ahead, up above. There's a little tiny cave here. Just a little tiny cave. And doesn't go anywhere. Dang it. Dang it. Alright. This one then. Give me something good. Hi, Renoa. Okay, that's not... Ooh, that looks like some roots, some glow lichen. Ooh. Some moss. Oh, this is more fun. Why are you kneading my stomach? Don't do that, girl. Oh yeah, look at that. Those went right through. Here's another one. This is a good one. This is a good little chunk of exploration. So, let's see how badly it kills me this time. Well, not kills. I'm in creative mode, so I don't die, but... Okay, that exploration route is no longer available to me. Are you going to change? There we go. We are underwater again. It's always underwater. I swear, every time it's like, I can't think of what I'm supposed to do, it just dumps me in the water. It dumps me in the water. Ooh. Little tiny bit of... Ooh, more than just a tiny bit of. Look at this. There's so much of it. A sheep? It's not going to let me go any further up. It doesn't look like there's any ways through. All right. We got ourselves another route this way. Back out into the lands of... All right, well, we had to surface. Well, let's actually just double check down here. There is a hole. We don't have to surface. We can just go through this hole. Ooh. We got another corner. All right, game. Pick a block. Going this way. Cavernous. Does not appear. You know what? I'm going to do a little bit. Just so people are aware. We're putting creative in the title. All right. So that's where I came from. We have 3 whole walls. It doesn't look like there's any way out at the roof. So, once again, game, into the corner. So where are we going? Not that way. All right. Into this corner. Where are we going? Not that way. Am I actually going to get stuck and have to actually go to the surface? Dang. All right, we got ourselves a nice cave in here. No, we don't have to go to the surface. We can go this way. No, we can't. I don't want to go to the surface. This is one of the chunks we came from, but I can see some bedrock. All right. That's not helping. All right. This is our last gasp to see if there's somewhere else to go that is not the surface. Yeah. All right. We got a surface. We got to figure out what we're dealing with up above. We're going to change it back to daytime so we can have some actual light. Oh, wow, that one goes up high. This is going to be interesting to make into a functional something or other. Because we are going to be building in here. We're going to build and we're going to make something look functional. Hello, Hades644. Thank you for hanging out in my stream. So this is going to wind up being absolutely terrifying to have to try and turn into something that makes sense. But that's okay. We need to just find a... That's interesting. All right. You are here to set my heart ablaze. Well, darling, that's just lovely. I thank you. All right. We're going to figure out how this is going to screw me over. Choose a path for me. Choose a path for me. All right. Any caves for me to... No. Okay, fine. Fine. All right. Caves. Thank you for the follow, Hades. It's just so lovely to have you. What the fuck is it telling me I have 10 new messages? I don't need my email to tell me. My email's just like, hey, you need to know how many messages you just have hanging out here. You are the best after all? Oh, well, I must agree. Show me something. Something good, please. Oh, it's so mean to me. So mean to me. So what am I doing? Well, right now, I am amusing myself in creative mode, chunk by chunk mod, to build up, or not so much build up, but create havoc for myself to make an entertaining build sometime in the future. But currently, I am supposed to be running through these just to find passageways so that I don't actually know what direction anything is in, so that when I surface, I can be shocked and surprised at all times. However, I'm not doing too great on the shocked and surprised part because it's not giving me tunnels to run through at the moment. Like, look how rude that was. Just another solid wall. I don't want to ruin my surprise by going back to the surface just yet. There we go. There we go. That's just lovely. But it's not a full-on through and through. Okay. Well, the water pushed me into this. Ooh. Nice. Very nice. Not a really large bit of work, and I still have a general idea of where I am on my map. Okay. Let's see if I can find another hole. This is my hole. This hole was made for me. Okay, that was interesting. Okay, this could wind up as an interesting little Rainy Penny. What are you doing? My cat has decided she's just going to snuggle my wrist. Well, one of my cats. Yeah, I have two cats. I have Renoa, the calico, and Rigel, who's orange. I can hear Rigel purring. I was like, Renoa's purring, but I can also hear Rigel purring. Yeah. Yeah, my little orange kitty, who is absolutely somehow the smartest of all of the cats, of all of my animals. She's smarter than my calico, and she's smarter than my dog. It's really not hard to be smarter than a golden retriever, though. He's hanging out behind my chair being lazy. Usually, if he's lying there, Ragel's curled up with him, but I don't see her. Poor doggo, justice for the dog. Ooh. I have my choice. Well, actually, that just leads to two that are already expanded upon. I have this option here. Essy's going for an adventure today, so it's good for him that he's napping before he has to go in the car. He doesn't like cars. He does not like cars. They scare him. Hello, Mr. Zombles. What are you doing here? Why are you facing the wall? Mr. Zombles? Why are you facing the wall? Well, that wasn't really an answer. Okay. Well, there's a little tiny slip of bedrock here. I'm going to turn into another wall. Yep. Yep. Maybe he just likes stone. He's a guy with a stone heart. Something. No, this is not giving me an out. It's not giving me an out. I would very much prefer to have an out. But I suppose I shall... Ooh. check out this one. There we go. I haven't been down here yet. Is this a little house? This looks like it's a little house. No, let me put a torch, not a torch, there we go. It's a little house with a little door. Doesn't go anywhere. But it is here. I don't know why it's in the middle of a cave, but you know what? I'm not going to. Most useless store in the century, yes. Yes, it truly is. I'm not going to question the chunk gods. Oh, look, lava. On why they chose to put a house there. I assume it has something to do with the mine that is above it. Huh. So that's where I was previously. There isn't an up there. That's funny. There's just like this little tiny waterfall. One block waterfall separating these two. Hi, Creeper. Hi, Creeper. Hi, Creeper. I like you. I like also being able to just push you in creative mode without getting hurt. I love creepers. I mean, I don't love them when they surprise me, but I love creepers. Okay, what's up here? Where am I now? I have completely lost track of where I actually am. There's lots of ores and stuff in random spots here. Now, there we go. There's some bedrock. And we're going to just grab this chunk spawner and let Minecraft decide which way I'm going. No, that's... I didn't want to surface. So I'm only going to be half surfaced. Ooh. Now that's a little ominous. Well, I forgot that it was not as loud for stream as it is for me. So let's just turn that up a little bit. So you can actually hear the stuff I hear. Maybe. Okay. Looks like another little cave through here. What? The only bedrock wall is this one, so we'll see where this goes. We shall see where this goes. Please don't be stone. Aw, sweet. Sweet. Some diamonds there. Are you a creeper? Because your beauty exploded all the way into my heart. And yeah, that just leads me back there. So if I can actually get back to the bedrock wall. There we go. Bedrock wall, bedrock wall. Well, at least it's not stone. Any other little dips and dives and places to go? Will you just let me descend? Nice little wall of black stone here. Nope, it's not gonna let me go that way. How unfortunate. How very unfortunate. It's just one of those things. Ooh. Just a little slip of a crack to get through there. Little tiny slip of a crack. We got Minecraft giving me a choice of which wall is going to... That one? Okay. We got a little bit of an escape here. Ooh, fancy. Fancy, fancy. And that only goes up that high. Okay. Pretty sure it's going to be this wall. Yep. You're a funny person, Grandma. Why, thank you. I had to make my own way. Make my own way through. There we go. So, got a 3. Okay. Okay, I got 3 walls. And that gives me water. And that's going back into where we came from, but a different level of where we came from. Okay. Okay. I got you. I got you. Just goes right back. So it's not great, but it works. All stone. Yeah, it looks like that is... Ooh! Ooh. It's only one little chunk of it, but I do enjoy my skulk. So let's see what it'll not be the next one over. Oh. Oh. There's actually more skulk. Okay. I was not expecting to have skulk besides skulk. Or is that skulk, one chunk, and then another chunk? Could be that. But that is the luck of the draw there. Okay, we got ourselves a little, tiny little tumble down. I don't want to get stuck in that. Doesn't look like there's any other way out there. Okay. Okay. We got 2 other walls here. Oh, this is... I love this. The skulk is just kind of growing across the bedrock. That's amazing. I love it. Got nothing. Just another... It's always funny when I hear something disappearing on me. Oh, that's cute. There's not much here. What do we got? Up and through and up. A little bit of gold there. Give me something special. Aw. That's not special, that's just stone. More water. Unending water. There is so much water to be found. Well, it looks like the only opening is this little one up here, which goes back the way we came. It's a iceberg. That's what that is. That's an iceberg. Alright, Mr. Iceberg. You have a little bit of a chance to escape. No, that goes back up. I don't want to go up. I do not wish to go up, please, sir. I wish only to go down. Down, down, down. Deep into the ground. Unless there's a different down to go. The things that come out of my mouth first thing in the morning. Oh, goodness me. Goodness gracious me. I have been awake for barely an hour. Do I not have another... No more holes? No more holes? Oh. Oh. I need some more hole. You're just content with napping today, aren't you? She's usually trying very much to get on the top of the keyboard and poke around, get my hand, but Rainy Penny Popinny is currently just happily curled up on my wrist. What a kitty. What a kitty cat. Alright, unstable chunk. What are you going to do? You're going to go up. I don't want to go up. I want to go down. Please, Mr. Range Number Generator. Let me go down. Please. Please, I want to go down. They're saying I can't go down. They're saying I gotta go up. I don't think so. I don't think so. Alright, let's go down. Oh, look, there's a cave. Morning, dragon. How are you? I got a cave to follow. What? Aw, it's all stone again. Out of my way. Out of my way, lantern. You're exhausted. Oh me, oh my, that's not something you ought to be. I am a variation of acceptable. I've been awake for just about an hour. I'm going to be taking Estinian for an adventure today. Coworker and I are going to take him out somewhere, someone, somehow. Maybe. Short weekend this weekend? Aw, boo. Why so early? Because this is a good time for me to stream for my overseas buddies, overseas friendos. That just gave me another wall. Will this actually let me travel through it? Yes, they are good friendos. Yeah. The coworker that I'm taking a student on a walk with, I'm trying to convince him to play Final Fantasy. So we'll see if we have a new FC member, dependent on whether or not he actually finally agrees. Oh, that's a nice little smoking sound. Another solid wall. Rude. Rude. Give me more. So I should start being on more, you say? Well, I'd have to start being on more myself. Although, if you saw in the Discord, I posted the crimes I have done to Una so that I will actually play her. And it has helped. I don't want to actually Fanta her, but I will have fun with making her look other ways. She looks a little bit like Badge. Because I did straight up take Badge's skin color. But I have been enjoying playing Badge, so I play Una with Badge's skin color. Where am I going? Ah, that's where I'm going. I found another chunk of bedrock. I still can't make myself wear the kind of outfits on Una that I can wear on Badge because my brain is just like, no, you can't do that to Una. That's not in Una's character. It's just like, okay, fine, brain. So I will continue attending Shine on Badge instead of on Una. But you know what? It's fun to have a club alt who's just there for the clubbing. There any holes for me to dig down through? You should make a club alt. It does make some things easier than others. Hello, Mr. Creeper. I love you. I give you kiss. I give you kiss, kiss, kiss. He's like, please leave me alone. Then you don't have to work there. Aw, look at that. There's two creepers. They were being romantic. Okay, so I did not realize there was a hole all the way up there. And now I'm lost and I don't know where I'm going. You're very loud, Ren. It's Minecraft, just go up. Eventually, yes. Well, let's see what sort of trauma I'm going to inflict on myself when I finally get around to turning this misadventure into something of a build. Because we got that massive tower over there that I have to figure out something to do with. as I have been giving myself the challenge of turning this into a build. Unstable chunk spawners, giving me all sorts of random shit to work with. Or against. Probably against is more like it. You don't know what you do that's so random. Yeah, that is the entire point. Oh, hey, look, there's cherries. Cherry trees. That's nice. That's an interesting... The dark oak leaves are pink. That's gotta be a mod. That's gotta be one of my mods doing that. Alright. While I'm up here, I might as well see what that does. It gives me pretty. And also lava. How far is this gonna go? I'm really curious now. Let's see how far this goes. Because I don't think it'll cover the whole top, but... Yeah, just that far? Just that far? Okay. I get you. I get you. Does it have any caves down here for me to explore through? Yes, it does. It's got a spider cave, it looks like. Or what would have been a spider cave. Another creeper for me to love. Mwah. Mwah. So creeper. Wait, I didn't see this before. Oh, that's because this is the new chunk. Okay. I was like, why have I not noticed that before? It's because it's new. Oh, there's some more bedrock to get rid of. It wouldn't let me go forwards for a second there. Oh. Just more in the way. Ah. Okay. I think I'm actually going to set up I'm gonna go up and I want to see if I can make just this shape look a bit less haphazard now. So I can figure out what the hell, or at least a little bit of an idea of what the hell I'm going to do. Okay, it looks like I need to get those two chunks meted up. My fingers are so cold right now. Like, I mean, it's below freezing right now, so I guess that makes sense that my fingers are cold, but I don't like it. I don't like when my fingers are cold like this. Okay, we're just gonna make a big ol' square. Because I'm sure I can make like bridges and stuff and turn some of these really tall ones into like fancy towers. Come on, you can... There we go. Just a little tiny chunk of desert there. I heard a piggy. It's a piggy. That's my big tall tower. It's got a nice little drop on both sides of it there. Good job, good job. If I want this to be squared off, I need to get rid of this guy. Ooh. That one went a little jump up. And then I need these two. It's definitely not giving me stuff that is easy to work with. That's for sure. Hello? There we go. So this looks like it might be a good chunk for a watchtower. Good few chunks as a watchtower, I guess. Just another dip down into the watery depths. Sure likes giving me watery depths. And all those watery depths. So many watery depths. Come on, guys. And by guys, I mean the random number generator that is giving me all of these weird hi. It is so weird every time it does something like that. Just so weird. Apparently there was an ad starting in just under 3 minutes because the little pop-up showed up. Well, we got two corner towers now. You don't get ads, you're subbed. I'm just letting the other people who are not subbed know. Okay. What is my circle like? This must have been one of the ones where I was going through caves, because I don't recall the sand existing. Okay, so now I just gotta get this into an appropriate shape and we can start figuring out whatever the hell this build is going to be. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Dealing with all of these elevation changes. There's so many elevation changes. This is just wild. It's absolutely wild. Wild, I say. The never-ending water is legitimately annoying. But I think it just like, whenever it's like, I don't know what to do, it defaults to water. That tree got skinned. That tree got skinned. Poor tree. Poor monsieur tree. I don't remember what tree is in French. It's been a very long time since I took French. It's a good thing I never just wanted to go into politics because I would have to know French for Canadian politics. And I am... Oh, look, there's another skinned tree. I am not good at other languages. That would be too stressful. Yes. One of the reasons why Carney is going to call another election and people are a little wary of what is going to happen is that his French is bad. Like, his French is very limited. It's very stilted when he's talking in French. And so there's a lot of worry that Quebec is going to be upset with that and might go over to Poilievre just because Poilievre can speak French. But Poilievre doesn't actually have a platform, so his whole thing was just bitching about Trudeau. Okay, I'm going to turn this into a little bit of a... You think they will ever move away from French? No. Never. French is very important to Quebecois. And I don't blame them. There are parts of Quebec where if you try to speak English to them, they won't respond to you. Just got one random piece in the middle here. Yeah. Quebec is like if you tried to ask a Texan not to be Texan. That's pretty much how they feel about English and being francophone and all of that fun stuff. So it can be like, I mean, it's not everyone, because like Suki is in Quebec and so is Fid, but yeah. Just this little tiny blob. Look at this. There's just this little tiny piece of spruce leaves just sitting out here. That's funny. What do you want, Esty? He's prancing and pacing, so I will be back in just a moment. I'm going to let him out. We're going to put the first of the dog counters on. Dragon says hi. And I'm just going to forget to take my headphones off. Come on, bud. He gave me this look like, I don't care who said hi, I need to go outside right now. Takes 2 steps out the door and starts barking. He did that a few times last night too. He's trying to talk with a local dog. Trying to get their attention and just so they can bark back and forth at each other. It is hilarious every time it happens. Okay, now I gotta figure out how I have my blanket wrapped around myself. Blanket! Blanket, be kind to me. And sit comfortably, please. Pleases? There we go. Maybe. Alright. Let's flip it back to daytime. So what am I going to start with? I think I'm going to start over here. this is the tower, the first of the towers. So, because it's funny, I'm just going to hold an arrow and go down. Whee! Okay. I'm gonna chop that. Excuse me. Doesn't go as fast when I'm going up, but oh well. Up and up and up we go. So I build this watchtower. Maybe. Oh, up through the snow there too. And ice on this side. Whee! That will never not be fun. Okay, so I think how am I going to do this? Because this is the watchtower, but this sticks out in the wrong direction for the watchtower. So maybe this will be a gatehouse. This could be a gatehouse. Four blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yay! I got it in the center. Center. Little bit of the gatehouse in the center. In the center. A little bit of a gatehouse in the center. In the center. Oh, come on. I am enjoying my arrow as a magic wand. It allows things to pop out. So I make the world's strangest gatehouse. Carving it out of this chunk here. Think it's one of those things where I'm just like, the fuck am I doing now? I think I might need to put some stone back in some places. So, like that. Nope, I need one more on this side here. No, gatehouse! Just look a little more imposing. Just a little. There we go. than the actual way through. Whee! It's my favorite part about creative is that things get destroyed so easily. And by things, I mean blocks. Like, just make them go away. Away, 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 away. It's not so helpful, not as helpful when you screwed up and you're like, shit, now I gotta put stuff back. Is the gate going to be redstone? If I set it up properly, yes. Which means actually remembering how to do redstone, because I have not done redstone in a very long time. How far am I going over? How far am I going over? Right, this is the deepest in, so I don't have to worry. Yeah, a gate is supposed to be easy, but yes, screwing it up is very likely. Because, I mean, it was only a couple days ago when I screwed up a hopper. And that was just, like, me sitting there going, why isn't this working right? It's because I had it facing the wrong direction. Frickin' hopper. So, like, redstone. I'm sure that'll be fun for me to screw up repeatedly. Lantern. Stop being an immovable object, Lantern. Hours of content? Yes. So many hours of content that is exclusively me using different voices to complain about my own inability to do things. Oh no! Not again! Not again! Not again! I've been having fun doing that lately. Just using random voices for various issues and problems and things that I have. Okay, that's... Hi, Renoa! Welcome back! Yeah, I do hear you purring. You decided you're just gonna hang out with me then? That's fine. We can do that. As long as you're not digging into my shirt. Please stop that. Renoa, please stop that. No. Okay. Hi, Ryzen! You have awoken? You are awake? Welcome to the club of Why Did I Open My Eyes? Stop going down my shirt. Renoa. You don't need to be in my shirt. My daylight is not allowed to go away. Today was one of those days where you sleep a lot? Ah. It's always nice to have one or two of those days every so often. Renoa, what are you doing? Why can't you get back into your comfortable position from earlier today? Why do you have to do other positions? She's like, because I am a cat and I own you. Which, I mean, true. But still. Come on, exploding blocks. Continue to explode for me. Come on, exploding blocks. explode for me. Usually I sleep like 5 or 6 hours and work fine, and from time to time my body's like, hey, time to pay the quota, and I sleep for longer. Yeah. Yeah. I find that, most of the time I am functional after about 6 hours of sleep, but I'm not really awake. I am merely functional. Because I am old. I am old now. Stinian's out there barking up a storm again. He's enjoying himself. Well, Ryzen, I should show you what I am working with right now. Because this is a gatehouse. It will be a gatehouse once I finish working on it. But I used an unstable chunk spawner to spawn an area, a space, for me to turn into something. So far, the only thing I know for sure is that there's going to be a gatehouse. Everything else is in question. Gatehouse, at least 2 towers here. And bridges. It's going to be a lot of things like bridges. But honestly, I created this challenge for myself and I don't know what to do. It's like spawn a whole bunch of chunks, completely random chunks, and go from there. Well, admittedly, I just started being like going through tunnels and just going, oh, here's a bedrock. I'm going to clear out this bedrock, and it just got a little out of hand. I don't think I'm going to use like the whole space for build. Like most of those water spots are probably just going to be spaces that have bridges over top of them. To be passages between areas instead of actually having to fully build those out, because I don't know if I have the patience to do that. But I have the patience to build a whole bunch of silly bridges. Oh, look at them. They've already begun spawning in my gatehouse. It's a good thing I am uncreative, because my ability to turn anything and everything into a death hole is well documented on my channel. Oh, death holes. So many death holes. They're all over the place. They just want me to die in the death holes. Something, something. Something, something. Alright. Now I gotta go up some blocks. Okay, that's as high as it'll let me go, so that's as high as we're going. Just so that I don't have to stop myself at a certain height. Because we all know I can't do that. Especially not when I'm looking over at chat and watching the windows to make sure everything works right. I almost dropped my butt out there. That's not great. I look over at the chat, and it's just like not even paying attention to what I'm doing. I just walk forwards and just hit the destroy button. So much to destroy. Very easy to get carried away, yes. So it's a good thing that right now I'm just clearing stuff out. And dodging gravel. Let's get rid of that gravel. Dodging some gravel. Terrible, horrible gravel. It's trying to kill me. The gravel is killing me. No gravel for you. Or me. Or any such person I see. I don't know these words that are coming out of my mouth. There's just words coming from my mouth. Okay, I did not almost walk out on that one, so that's good. Why aren't you? Whatever. I don't know why. Oh, it's an illusion. Those are the same distance. Okay. My brain was just like, that doesn't look right. They don't look like I've gone the same depth. But I did. I did. I'm still trying to decide if I want to keep the aesthetics of the chunk that was spawned, or if I should just do whatever I want. Because I think it would be fun, if not slightly more challenging, if while I'm working with this, I leave like this whole chunk here. I'm gonna have to change the dirt, of course, but if I leave the funky, the calcite, and work with it like I am the builders of Petra. Keep? Yes. Yes, I think I shall. Work with it and see what comes of... are we calling this laziness or creativity? Because it's a little bit of both. I think I heard a Stinian bark, but he hasn't barked again, so I'm not sure if he wants in or not. But I might have to go rescue him from the outdoors shortly. How much gravel? That is a lot of gravel. Dang it. I like my arrow wand. It's an arrow, and it makes things disappear. Just for me, just for me. It makes things disappear just for me. Okay, he's barking at people now. So, I don't think he wants inside. I'm guessing someone is walking their dog through the alley again. Which is hilarious. Because you would think they would stop walking the dogs through the alley with the number of dogs that start barking as soon as you walk through the alley. But what do I know? I also walk my dog in the alley. It is slightly safer because you don't have any of the... I didn't mean to do that, but I'll leave it for now. You don't have any of the traffic going to the dog park, so... As long as you're okay with setting off someone else's dogs, I guess walking the dogs in the alley is one of the things that you just wind up having to do. Fills in the hole that I accidentally dug. That's fun. Usually know when someone is walking a dog where I live, because a lot of houses says doggos and all of them start barking. Yeah, that's pretty much the way it is here. Because we have an off-leash dog park nearby. Because the city bylaw is your dog has to be on a leash if you're outdoors, except for in the dog parks. And so a lot of people will drive from other neighborhoods to come to this dog park and just let their dog run around for an hour or two with the other dogs that are playing. So there is eternal barking in my neighborhood. From the dogs at the dog park, from the dogs who wish they were at the dog park and are watching other dogs go by. You know, all of that fun stuff. But Justinian likes to make it known that he exists every time there's a dog nearby. So if any other dog starts barking, well, he's barking. And it doesn't matter where he is, if he's inside the house and the dog is 3 blocks away, if he can hear that dog, he is barking. He is barking up a storm. And it can get really, really, really annoying sometimes because he is not a quiet barker. He has a very loud bark. I'm sure he's peeked the microphone a few dozen times. No. Timid tail. That's a no. That is a no. All right, that's our first use of the bot counter. Cannot let my sister's dog in a park, at least not if there's small dogs around. I get that. My parents' dogs can't go to a dog park with any dogs. It doesn't matter what size they are. Because Dex will... he's very reactive, and when he's anxious, he bites. And if he's at a dog park, he's anxious. Alright, Estinian has just barked to be let in, so I will go grab him. That is a second one to the Estinian counter. Come on, girl. You gotta move. I gotta let the boy in. I know. You don't have a reason to be mad at me, Kat. This happens every day. You'd think she'd be used to it after 3 years. Boop. So, Estinian is back inside. He's sitting back here just like, okay, I've been a good boy now that I'm inside. Can I have good boy stuff? And I was like, no, dude. There's no reason for you to have good boy stuff. This dog is very aggressive for playing, and with big dogs there ain't much problem because the moment they growl he gets scared and runs away. With small dogs, I think it was last year I was walking a dog with my sis. We let him walk without the leash because he never goes away from us. The longest part of settling in after Estinian gets me out of here is getting this blanket back into a nice, comfy, warm position. But then he run towards a small dog and literally picked them up with their mouth and swung them around. Oof, yeah. Yeah, that's not great. I'm sure that the small dog's owner was terrified in that moment. No. Dex has sent people to the hospital before. And we are lucky that they are family and understood that he was just stressed and he didn't mean to bite. And also, my grandmother is very old and her skin was very weak. So, it came out, it was a lot more damage than it would have been on a person like me. I think we were extremely lucky the owner didn't call the cops on us right away, because he could have, and I don't know what would have been done with us or him. Yeah. I know here, if an aggressive dog attacks another dog, they can be put down. And if my grandmother had wanted to, and she wanted to report, you know, dangerous dog or whatever, and she knows he's not a dangerous dog. He was just stressed, and he could smell another dog on her, and, you know, when she reached out to pet him, he reacted. But yeah, if it had been literally anyone else, Dex would probably have been taken and euthanized. But as it stands, right now, we're not sure if Dex is going to live through 2025. He's 9 now. Yeah. Because he was born in 2016. Or 2016. He's 9 now. And he's having problems with his hips and his legs, and he's just a big dog. And big dogs have a limited lifespan. So, really, inorganic breakfast. Go away. We are now up to 2 on the bot adding. The bot counter. Yeah. I do worry what will happen when Dex passes and Ursa is by herself. Because they're from the same litter. They've never been apart for longer than a couple of days. And both of them had severe anxiety when they were separated for those few days. So, we'll see. Like, your first dog was like 15 when he passed? Yeah. I don't know how old Cody was when she passed. That was the dog my parents had before I was born. Ichigo was 11. Yeah, he was 11 when he passed. And Ranger, my brother's dog, Naji's dog, he made it to assumed age of 17. Like, he was either 17 or 19. We don't know for sure. Which, you know, absolutely amazing age for pretty much any dog. And then Justinian and Migo are too young to think about that. That stubborn piece of shit would bite anyone who approached him. It took years for him to stop trying to bite me. Oh, dogs. Some of them truly are very stubborn. And funny. Okay. So it does look like I'm going to have to do a little bit of building on the outside of this because I'm nearly at the top. One time I had a party, a friend wanted to pet him and I told her no many times because he will bite her. Yep. Dealt with that a few times with Dex. She insisted till I said, I'm going to grab him, approach slowly. If he tries to bite you, you will stop. As one does. Pet him, hug him tightly. She approached. Guess what? He tried to bite, right? Yeah. My parents get that a lot of the times when they're walking Dex. It's like, oh, I know how to deal with dogs. Dogs love me. It's fine. It's like, no. No. It doesn't matter how many dogs you think love you. Some dogs just react with biting. So, don't. There's one old guy that my parents were telling me about who was absolutely insistent that they didn't have to worry about Dex biting him because all dogs love him. And one day, he ignored them telling him not to do that, and he nipped him. Lucky it wasn't a full-fledged bite, it was just a nip. But it did make him bleed. And it's like, yeah, we told you that would happen. Like, don't ignore a dog owner when they tell you the dog is going to bite. Okay, we'll just block that in a bit. Yeah. Oops. Some people need to learn they ain't the protagonist of this movie called Life. Yes. Yes, that is very, very true. We're all side characters, yes. One of my coworkers and I do joke that his brother is the main character in Life because his brother has just like the most insane luck. Just like absolutely insane luck. Damn near gets everything he wants first try. Like, you're just like, how? How are you doing this, dude? And his brother is just always confused when other people don't have the same level of good luck as he does. So it can be really funny. So that's a birch tree? Okay. I didn't think that was birch, but we can do birch. I'm gonna grab some strip birch. And some birch log. I wish I was lucky with the lottery. Oh yeah. Like, that would make life 1,000 times better. Easier. If I could win the dang lottery. Okay. Nope. I don't like that. I don't like that. We'll do something else then. Oops. Oh no, I got rid of my stone. I needed that. I needed the stone. So, going back to what my initial idea was for this part here. Is we are going to try to work with what we got, which means filling this in a bit better, maybe. Oops. So we're just going to build a little bit of a roof. Just a little bit of one here. See how this works with what the plan in my head is. And I want gloomstone. Gloom slate slabs. Okay, I don't know what that actually is, but I want to at least look at it. Actually, I think that looks neat. Yeah. Okay. I do like the way that looks. I just have to do it a little differently than how I was thinking I was going to do this. Thank you, creative mode, where I can try out different things. Different things, different ways, different ideas. All right. Now, let's see how that looks. Okay. I like that. And then that brings us to the cap. All right. Yeah, that looks good to me. It's definitely going to need some more support blocks, I think. If I look up gloom slate, what do I get? I get, ooh, some fun stuff. Gloom slate stairs, cobbled stairs, tile stairs, brick stairs, polished. Well, let's see what, excuse me, what these polished stairs look like. I need the light. Give me the light. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to move this supporting stand over. Supporting block over like that. And then if I do that, Maybe not the polished. Maybe not the polished. Let's just go with the regular ones. Alright. Pulling back out. Oh, maybe the polished is good because you can see enough of a differentiation. If I put birch slabs in there. I suppose I don't actually need the chunk spawner anymore. Why did I do it that way? Renoa, what are you doing? Don't hit that monitor like that. Please and thank you. She's trying very hard to try my patience today, I think. That almost looks like it should be the gateway door. And I don't want that implication. Alright, patch 7.2 in a few days. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. I need to catch up on Una. But I've been saying that for quite some time now. Quite some time. But yeah, there's also, I need to, oops. Renoa, don't do that. What are you doing? Renoa, don't do that. Stop it. She's literally pawing at my screen. And I don't know why. But for a second there, I was worried she was just going to claw the screen. Like, straight up claw it open. And destroy things. Which would not have been good. Move that ass and catch up? Yeah. I've been so busy doing other things that I just haven't done any of that. I might... Renoa, don't do that. Renoa, do I have to pick you up? Do I have to pick you up? And remove you from the desk? Because I will. I know. I'm a horrible person. I'm just a horrible, horrible person who destroys your fun constantly. I'm still trying to decide if I want to do some of the Moogle Tombstone stuff so that I have some of the stuff that is just annoying. It's like, not that it's difficult to get, it's just annoying to get. Yeah, Rennie? You sure are purring pretty hard here. For all that you made me move you away from the computer. Because your butt. You got the Paisa earrings? How do I do that? I'm not really a fan of Paisa, so Oh, the collectionist. Yeah. I understand that. I just don't like Paisa very much, so I have refrained. There we go. I'm never gonna use them. Yep. They have Azima's and Menfina's earrings. Azima is used on tanks, melee range, DPS. Menfina's just for casters and healers. Yeah. I have those two as well. I mean, they were pre-order bonuses. Although Menfina's you can get on the shop now. Take those two out. Yeah, you can get Menfina on the shop. It's part of a adventures bundle. Maybe at some point they'll do it with the Zima. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. It would make some things easier, that's for sure. But yeah, I've got it on Sophia and Cesare now because my second account I did not have the pre-order bonuses. Renoa, what are you doing? She's like, I'm causing you problems. Yes, you are. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. That there's the one that I might have an issue with. Still funny, you have 2 accounts and lots of characters and you can barely keep up on your main. Yeah. I have a problem. That's what it is. I just have a problem. And that problem is the need for so many characters. Just so many, all of them. Characters forever. Do it like that. Yeah, that looks a little better. The rain is not helping. It's not helping me make a decision at all. Silly rain, silly rain. Oops. That was a mistake. Did not mean to do that one. Let me just... I was too far away. Rude. Rude. And then we put that in as the structural support for this chunk of gatehouse. Oops, come on. Yes, I like that. I like that. Just gonna need a little more here. I think that looks good. And then I'm just going to chew up here. You know how hard it is to type when you are leaning on my arm, cat? It is incredibly difficult. There is another ad break in just under 3 minutes, which, if the count is correct, that means we are closing in on 2 hours of streaming time. And current debate is, do I continue streaming or do I get ready to go out? It's the difficult questions I ask myself. No, I want to add in. The whole point is to add in. Okay, that just looks funny. This is one little tiny chunk of snow. And there it goes. It's gone. Goodbye. Let's just extend that into this other chunk a little teensy bit, so it doesn't look quite as chunk as part of a chunk thing. Brain function. Yeah, okay. Okay, then I think should I build like a little garden area on top of the gatehouse? That seems like it would be really funny to me. Like, we need to make sure it is okay for you to enter the building. So, have a nice time in the garden on top of the gatehouse, where, should you be proven to be a threat, you can just shoot you from above. That just sounds mean. That sounds very, very mean. Very, very, very mean. But that is one of those things that I end up doing all too often, it seems. No! Maybe put a little bit of a fence up there. While I make a disaster. It can be a big disaster. Big disaster. Okay, we're just gonna pull this coal out and replace it with calcite. That looks good to me. Couple more chunks of calcite. Maybe like this. Yeah. Yeah, I think that looks better. All the rain has gone, all the rain has gone. Thank you for the rain being gone. Just going to build this edge up. Okay, I like that. I like the look of that. So, oops. Oops. All right. So this is what the gatehouse currently looks like. What I need to do is sort out this section. So, don't think I want it to be completely squared off. So I am just going to put some stone into these little spots here. Give ourselves just a little bit of a pyramid shape, maybe? Yeah. We'll do a bit of a pyramid shape. So get rid of all of this dirt. Well, not all of the dirt, all of it, but enough to make a 4x4 square. Not quite. Four by 4 square. I think like, dang it. We're going to put 4 by 4 square of dirt, oops, right there. And that will be the tip of our pyramid. And there will be a tree planted there because of course there will be. I like putting trees on top of things. So that does mean I have to get rid of... That looks really cool from this angle. I'm going to have to do something. Something to just embody that coolness. To make it look grand. Okay. You are definitely purring a whole lot there, Cato. Is that looking not correct? Okay, hold on. There he goes again. Filled with barksy barks. He's a barky barky boy. 'Cause he hears the other dogs barking. Okay. So that's what it should look like, I think. Maybe? If I'm not completely clueless as to what I am doing. Yes. There we go. But I think I want to do it. Every row is too tall. So, like this. Which does mean I have to get rid of that dirt. I have to get rid of that dirt. No dirt. No dirt. We do not want any dirt. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you done barking, bud? He's like, yes, but not because I want to be. They just haven't continued to respond to my bark sings. It's very sad that they won't return my barkses. Right, buddy? Yeah, that was quite the huffy puffy. Okay. So now I'm wondering if I want to extend this out slightly over here. Actually, I think I want to actually have this like fully and completely just straight drop off on this side. Yeah, I like that little bit of drop off. It's just a little bit of a drop off. And then we continue over this way. Yeah. Alright. So we'll get rid of that. Okay. If I do it like that, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about this. Goodbye, spider. Fare thee well into the sky. Yeah. Don't like this. I just don't like the way it looks. So we're going to pull this down to a level that I actually like. Maybe I should make it level with the other side. This gets to be... come through and out over here. Okay, so I am going to just pop my way all the way through and across. I'm going to change the time again. Okay, this is the far edge of fate. So this is a room area in the guardhouse. Okay. And that puts to the edge as well. I think this might be the barracks for the guards. They can all just sleep up here so that they don't have to figure out getting to the top of the tower versus duty at the gatehouse. Because that would be annoying, wouldn't it, to have to go all the way to the top and all the way to the bottom? Just put the barracks at the halfway point. Oops. Make that some windows. Which means actually clearing out this third row. And then probably the fourth one, just to make it look tidy. Dang it! Dang it! Okay. So if this is our barracks level, which means I need to fill that in like that, I think. Making this nice and even and tidy is not as simple as I was hoping it would be. But that's what happens when you decide you're just going to build in an uneven shape area place thing. Alright. My brain has decided that words are no longer going to come to me in a good manner, good way. So I think that means that it is in fact time to bring the stream to its natural end. Or unnatural end, as the case may be. For we are in creative. And is anything natural about creative? No, I did not think so. I say that, and then I'm like, I need to continue doing some work here. Yep. 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 Alright. Let's just zoom up a little higher. So we have a nice little glimpse of all the stuff I have to work on at some point in the future. And since I am already struggling with the gatehouse, this is going to be something. We'll go with something. This is going to be something. But that said, stream time is coming to an end. I have a cat sitting on top of me. She doesn't want to get up, so I'm probably going to be sitting in my chair for a little while even after I stream because she doesn't want to get up. And that's what cats do. They trap you. I will be back tomorrow. Same start time as this stream. Probably going to continue on attempting to build this gatehouse and making it look less crazy. I am just going to pop over here, and I want to see, because one of the people I do like to want to see what he's actually playing right now. Yeah, okay. He's playing Devil May Cry, so we will raid into him just to see what happens, if it'll let me. So yes, I will see y'all tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out with me. It's been a lot of fun. I've gone a little bit crazy here, there, and everywhere. So I will see you tomorrow. Oops, this one.
And clear. Nice. Woo! Party spin. He gets me. Help. Oh, health crossover. Get more